Peeps, we are back at D23 Expo, and we're off to a little bit of a confusing start already. We have stage passes for the Simpsons panel this morning, and so we asked when we came in through security, where do we go? They said, go up to the doors, make a left. Well, before the doors, there was a guy who asked to see our stage pass, and he said, no, the line for the Simpsons is this line behind me, go get in that line. I was like, well, they told us to go here. And he's like, no, go there. So on the way there, we saw another person and asked them, and they said, go up to the doors and make a left. And I'm like, but the guy at the doors said, go back. And they're like, it was very confusing. Not a great way to start the day, but it happens, I guess. I think a little signage would probably help. That being said, it is almost 9 o'clock, so I'm thinking doors will probably open very soon. They'll start letting folks in, and we'll head on the floor, and we'll bring you in for day 2. All right, update. It is 9:20, and they are letting us in, and we are gonna... Oh, they're not letting us in. We're stopping here.
Morning.
Morning. All right, heading back in for day 2 of D23 Expo. Okay, we are back, people. And wow, there's no line for this thing yet. This is how I like my conventions. In about 20 minutes, though, this thing is going to be insanity. I'm rushing right now to the Mickey's of Glendale store to see if I can get in. Apparently it's like a 3-hour wait, but they have some cool stuff, so I'm really hoping I can get in. So I think this is the line for Mickey's of Glendale. This here is the line for the Mickey's of Glendale store pin store. Wow. Pins are a thing, people. Update, I decided not to wait in the line. It's a bit lengthy. People, like I said, were waiting like 2-3 hours yesterday, and that just seemed like a long wait to me. So I decided to not do it. Instead, I brought that print we showed you yesterday, and I'm heading to Talent Central to get the artist to sign it. Check it out, he signed it for Paul and Jenny with Aloha. And there's his signature right here on this awesome print. He's over there meeting and greeting, and funny enough, just a couple feet away is Ashley Eckstein, the voice of Ahsoka from Star Wars The Clone Wars. Look over here at some Marvel Studios Avengers costumes. There's Vision from WandaVision. Black Widow. This is as seen in Avengers Endgame. And over here is another Black Widow from Infinity War. Actually, I guess all of these are Black Widow, because this one's from Age of Ultron. Yeah, she's Wee. Okay, and this one is Black Widow from The Winter Soldier. And finally, as she appeared in Iron Man 2, way back when, her first appearance in the Marvel Universe. Cinematic Universe. Scarlet Witch from Age of Ultron, and Doctor Strange from Avengers Endgame. So Benedict Cumberbatch, pretty tall. Because Elizabeth Olsen isn't that short. Over here you have Valkyrie from Avengers Endgame, and Thor, or as they call him, Bro Thor from Avengers Endgame. Here's Falcon, also from Avengers Endgame. I guess most of these costumes are from Endgame. I guess they have put a rope over Loki so no one, like, smells his costume. This is as he appeared in Avengers Endgame with the Tesseract. Here's another Scarlet Witch from Avengers Endgame. And finally, Hawkeye as he appeared in Avengers Endgame.
They're completely different in design. Materials, the color, the lines, there was something about the aesthetic of it that just felt absolutely right. I cannot wait for people to see who it is.
check out the history of Autopia. Welcome to a behind-the-scenes look at the dreams that fueled the creation of this iconic attraction and how the powers of those dreams drove the effort to bring Autopia to life. Autopia, Mark 7, 1967 to 2000. That's a long time to have those cars. And what's the midget Autopia there on the top left? Maybe those are concept arts. Created this overall sketch of the northeastern edge. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is all like concept art. Oh. Some construction from 1960 or 1955. A Sleeping Beauty Castle. Walt himself. Oh yeah, Main Street. Look at that. That's impressive. Midget Autopia was designed for very young guests who were too small to drive in Tomorrowland. Okay, now we know. You may have already known. The Mark I Autopia cars travel down Main Street as part of the opening day parade on July 17th, 1955. How cool is that? Walt Disney takes his daughter Diane Disney Miller and his eldest grandchild Christopher Miller on a drive on Autopia in 1957. Very cool. And it looks like they're off for a Sunday drive right there. And look at this car, the Mark 8 from 2000 to 2016. And there's a picture of the Disneyland monorail. Here's a look at some of the cars. Mark 1, 1955, Mark 7, 1967 to 2000, Mark 8, 2000 to 2016, and the Mark 10, the 2016 to present, where Honda became the official sponsor. Here's some concept art from, the first one is 1958, then we have two from 1999, and then another one from 1955, which is funny because it's not terribly different than the ones from 1999. They were already thinking in the future. And here's one of the Honda cars, after Honda took over as the sponsor of the attraction. They have a photo op with an actual Honda car, but for going through the booth, they give you this holographic pin. That's pretty cool. We are heading into Walt Disney Archives presents Heroes and Villains, the Art of the Disney Costume. So I think most of these dresses are from Once Upon a Time, the TV show, but obviously based on the Disney characters. For those of you who watch Once Upon a Time, what do you guys think of the show? I've actually never seen it, but I know it's got a pretty loyal following.
That's so cool. That one was one we witnessed, and that was one we rented.
Oh wow. Alright, so I take it back. They're not all from Once Upon a Time. These two are from Rogers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. This dress over here was worn by Anna Kendrick in Into the Woods. This was her tiara. And this one was worn by Lily James in Cinderella. And here is the dress Lily James wore in the movie Cinderella. The live-action version. Wow, okay, look at this costume that Jafar had in the most recent Aladdin movie. And in the middle here, Beauty and the Beast. Oof, that is an unfortunate head there. From Alice in Wonderland. These were worn in Tron Legacy. Okay, so it's not just princesses. There's a bunch of different kinds of heroes and villains in this display. This one's cool. Worn by Ben Kingsley in Prince of Persia. From the Black Hole. Worn by Maximilian Schell. Worn by Terrence Stamp in The Haunted Mansion. Jeffrey Rush in Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Some dresses from Cinderella. This was worn by Hugh Laurie in Tomorrowland. And this tux was worn by Batman himself, Michael Keaton, except not in Batman. He wore it in Dumbo. These costumes were worn by Alfred Molina and Nicolas Cage in The Sorcerer's Apprentice from 2010. Terrible movie. Here we have some more costumes from Into the Woods. And over here, some elaborate costumes from Into the Woods. The Chronicles of Narnia. This one was worn by Tilda Swinton. Over here, Mila Kunis wore this in The Oz, The Great and the Powerful. For all you Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy Hocus Pocus fans, you'll recognize these dresses. This dress was worn by Keira Knightley in The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. Here are some costumes worn by Glenn Close when she played Cruella de Vil. And here's her car from the same movies. Some more Cruella de Vil. Over here we have Maleficent, worn by Angelina Jolie. And over here, obviously, Captain Jack Sparrow, worn by Johnny Depp. Wow, look at that. That is awesome. Jack Frost from the Santa Claus 3 looks a lot like the Joker. That character was played by Martin Short. Here we have costumes from A Wrinkle in Time, Emma Watson's costumes from Beauty and the Beast, some more Cinderella costumes. Over there is Jake Gyllenhaal's costume from Prince of Persia. And there's Tim Allen's Santa Claus costume from the Santa Claus 3. Over here it looks like you have costumes ranging from Aladdin all the way to Mary Poppins Returns. That costume right there was worn by Danny DeVito in Dumbo. And then Colin Farrell, also from Dumbo. This was worn by Nicolas Cage in National Treasure. I love that movie. Another kind of cool movie, Return to Oz. That was worn by Fairuza Balk. Do you guys remember Return to Oz? From 1985. That was a super scary, sequel to Oz. Really creepy movie. Not in the movie panel right now, but they just announced Black Panther 2, May 6th, 2022. So we're still about 2.5 years away. Over here they have the Disney Music Emporium, and I guess they're selling vinyls. There's charging it.
You like the vinyl?
That's pretty cool, like picture vinyls. Oh, look at that. The Galaxy's Edge Symphonic Suite by John Williams. And apparently they sold out of a special edition. Dang. That's cool. Check it out. Here's the giveaway they had at the Simpsons panel. Bart with the Mickey ears. That's cute. So, some frustration. In addition to the frustration this morning, we tried to go to the 50-year Haunted Mansion panel. We showed up at 11. They told us, do not line up before 11:30.
You couldn't even stand, in general, in the area in front of the queue area. You couldn't even stand there.
So we went, and we came back at 11:25 just to be safe. And there was a huge crowd of people
Clustered in the area where you couldn't stand.
Yeah, so we tried to get in. They let folks in, and then the gold queue hit capacity.
We were too back.
Yeah, we were just there was one person in front of us, and then it hit capacity, and then they said you have to get in the standby queue. Standby queue was filled and closed.
So gold members, limited capacity on gold members.
Yeah.
And then if you didn't get in, you didn't get into the general line because the general line got full, so gold members go nowhere.
Yeah, so basically we didn't get into the Haunted Mansion. We're going to make some lemons out of lemonade, and we are going to check out inside the world of Avatar up here on the second floor. So I'm guessing these are props from the movie and perhaps from the parks. Let's take a look. By Stan Winston Studios, were used to finalize concept design for the Na'vi and Avatar faces. Okay. Coming soon to mobile, Pandora Rising. We came outside to take a little break, get a bite to eat, and show you guys the current status of the mural. Look at that. Mickey is done. He still has 2 more characters. He must be on lunch break. He's got to get moving. Only 1 more day to go. Okay, so we are not making that mistake again. There is a Haunted Mansion panel at 3 o'clock. It's about 1:30, and we're like 8th in line after the stage pass reservations. So, pretty cool. I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to get into this one. Okay, on try 2, we made it into a Haunted Mansion panel. So, no filming, photography, or anything is allowed during the panel. We will check in after. Look at the porg! Hi! Stance is here. I love Stance socks. And they're here with a D23 pre-release box set of Fantasia. It's a pretty sweet design. You can even get it on your undies. Here's something I missed yesterday. This is the Halcyon, the new Star Wars hotel they're building out at Walt Disney World. And, you know, I asked online, is this, like, actually the hotel, or are you going to enter in a normal hotel and it'll make you feel like you're on it via video screens? But, you know, there are like blueprints and designs online that really make it look like that's what they're building out there in Florida. A couple of thoughts here. One, they show down there the comparative size of the Millennium Falcon compared to a Corellium freighter, not specifically the Falcon, as compared to the Halcyon. But my question is, actually not there, it's right there. In the time of Resistance, where the First Order is controlling the galaxy, does this make you one of the rich people when you stay at this, like they showed in The Last Jedi? Like, doesn't it seem like maybe you're spending a lot of money when you should be supporting your Resistance troopers or your First Order, depending on which side of the fence you fall on? Just a thought. I don't know. You tell me. What's cool is the ship will highlight something and then show you what it is on the screen and like how you as a guest interact. So watch. It's going to scan something. Those sound effects are added by me. And let's see. What is it scanning? Okay, so right there, that looks like a cabin room. And that's what the rooms look like. Looks kind of small. Looks kind of like a cruise ship room, honestly. And for some reason, Star-Lord is in it. Okay, we're scanning again. Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a cantina. Silver Sea Lounge. Pretty cool. Wake up.
Not easy.
Actually, you don't need to wake up. The day's over. So, day 2 of D23 Expo was an uneven day, admittedly.
Yeah, but we bounced back.
We did. We bounced back.
Upstairs is super organized.
Yeah. Downstairs, there's like a lot of chaos. Upstairs, we went to the archive stage. We saw 2 Haunted Mansion panels.
Yeah.
One about 1957 and like the work that was done that kind of started the concept of the Haunted Mansion. Yeah. And the other one was about 50 years of Haunted Mansion merchandise, showing a bunch of cool retro merchandise.
Yeah.
And how they designed this year's anniversary merchandise.
Yeah, that was very cool. We saw the guy that did it.
Yeah.
Conducted the panel.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting.
Very interesting.
So, overall, like I said, an uneven day, but we rallied. It was a good day. We saw some cool stuff.
Yeah.
And we hope you guys enjoyed the look at it. In fact, one of the things I hope you liked was that costume exhibit, which was really cool.
That was excellent.
Yeah, I'm really glad we did that.
I'm glad we found that. Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. Please hit the like and notification buttons down below. Subscribe. Leave us a comment. And we'll see you next time. Bye.